Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just jumping back into things still with the team we've been using for the last couple of episodes or so. The Battle Spot season actually ends pretty soon, so either this episode or the next episode will be the finale for Season 1 of Battle Spot for VGC 17. Definitely a lot of fun. We were able to break the 1900 mark with the San Jose team, and then we're kind of hovering in the 1800s for the rest of the time. So, hopefully we can end the season on a good note, but definitely a lot of fun, and definitely feel like I learned a lot about the metagame and the format in the first couple months. I'm looking forward to, building more teams in the future. We're going to find Kevin from Michigan for our first opponent of the day, and as always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please show support by leaving a like in the video. Would really appreciate it. And I don't think I mentioned this in the last two videos, but thanks so much for all the love. We passed 70k subs, a few days ago, and that's just absolutely wild. So really appreciate that. Kevin here is rocking a really scary team: Tapu Fini, Kartana, Pheromosa, Arcanine, Muk, and Alolan Ninetales. So I'm not looking forward to this in the slightest, especially because of Pheromosa. It's a Pokemon that when you see, you really have to think twice about bringing Porygon to. So let's see what I want to lead with here. I think Arcanine is definitely a call because of its ability to Snarl. It also intimidates Pheromosa. Question is what to put that next to, and I think the answer is Muk here. I think I do like Muk, yeah. Muk, I want Chomp because of its ability to one-shot Arcanine and the Muk. And for the last one, it's between Ninetales is okay for an Aurora Veil, but Tapu Fini might actually be better. It is a little bit weak to Kartana, though. Maybe Porygon 2 instead, actually. Because my opponent's team doesn't hit too hard other than Pheromosa. So if I can eliminate that, then Porygon 2 can kind of wall attacks and recover as well. Fini would be okay, but my opponent has ways to hit it for really hard. Kartana's sticking out the most. But yeah, I mean, Pheromosa can Poison Jab as well, especially if it gets a Beast Boost off, like that can just knock me out as well, so not something I'm very fond of. So, gonna get into the first game. Let's see what Kevin here decides to bring. It's gonna be Ninetales and Muk. Okay. What did I lead with again? It's Arcanine and my own Muk. Okay, so this definitely favors me more than anything. I can Will-O-Wisp Muk immediately. However, it's possible Ninetales here might want to switch out into Fini to get the Misty Terrain, or Muk could switch out into Fini as well. Ninetales probably will want to go for an Aurora Veil right away. That's okay. I personally see Muk switching out here into Fini. Ninetales isn't really an offensive threat right now. So I could make a play of doubling into Muk with Will-O-Wisp and Poison Jab, covering the switch option. And I think I'm going to do that. Muk could protect, but then Ninetales doesn't really do much. Ninetales switches out. So I think Fini's... oh no, Arcanine's coming in. Okay. I've realized a Fini switch in there would have actually been really bad. I don't know why I was so confident Arcanine would stay in, but no Fini coming in, which is somewhat positive. I hit the Will-O-Wisp, which is super nice. However, now he can, potentially Will-O-Wisp with his Arcanine, which is a little bit scary. He's going to go for a knockoff onto my Arcanine, confirming he's faster as well, getting rid of my Ogwav Berry. Poison Jab, not going to do too much here, but getting the burn onto Muk was important. However, he can knock off that slot now, which I'm worried about, but with the burn on Muk, at least, timer's ticking down a little bit. He'll be taking hail and burn damage every turn. But my Muk's intimidated now, which is bad. But yeah, I don't know. Fini could have switched in there, but obviously you don't want to switch a Fini into a Poison Jab, which is why I thought, it was relatively unlikely that would happen. Could have been pretty bad if it did happen there, because I wouldn't have gotten very much damage off and whatnot, but I'm okay with this. So I think Arcanine here probably wants to Will-O-Wisp my Muk. He might want to double up into that slot. I have Snarl, I have Flamethrower. Could double up on my Arcanine slot, doesn't really do much for him though. Prefer, I don't want to switch Porygon 2 because then it loses Eviolite. This one's tough. I'm gonna Snarl and Protect here to get some additional chip damage onto the Muk and see what he does. Muk switches out, okay. Fini? Okay. I'm fine with that because I do get the Snarl off. I confirm all 4 of my opponent's Pokemon, which is also good. Garchomp's definitely looking solid. I could have switched into Garchomp there, but I was afraid switching Muk into Garchomp would result in a Will-O-Wisp into that slot, but now he can't burn me. And it's actually the Inferno Overdrive coming out here, the Z move from Arcanine going into the Muk slot. So I'll take that because that's pretty minimal damage given that I protected, which is nice. And I'll be able to get a Snarl off against Feeny, which is also nice. However, this next turn I'm kind of in a tricky position because I don't threaten with that much damage, and Feeny definitely threatens me. But at least I'll be able to take the Inferno Overdrive, confirming the Arcanine's item is also pretty good. So that's probably a more offensive Arcanine. And Snarl does hit both Pokemon, which is good. And yeah, getting chip damage on anything is always good, especially when you have Garchomp in the back, because Garchomp can kind of just sweep through things. But I do have to watch out for the fact that Garchomp, you know, is threatened directly by the Ninetales in the back. It would be nice to eliminate Ninetales, but that would be a little bit difficult. Do confirm my Arcanine, however, is faster than the Feeny from the hail damage. Also good to note. So I'm intimidated right now, which is not that great. Really like to just Snarl Poison Jab here. Because he'll be at -2. The thing is, I want to switch out into Garchomp, but I really can't afford taking a Dazzling Gleam, so I will just Poison Jab and Snarl. Oh, he actually withdraws Feeny. Probably back into Muk. Yeah. That's okay now, though, because I can switch into Garchomp a lot safer, so I'm fine with this. And he just Flare Blitzes. That's fine. I will take a hefty amount from this, unfortunately. Wow, that does so much. So yeah, Arcanine obviously very offensive. Probably had Wild Charge as well, if I had to guess. But I am able to at least heal back a comfortable amount. So, great switch by my opponent there. But the burn onto Muk earlier was still really nice because, once again, he will be taking all this chip damage. However, I've lost my Berry on Muk, so I have to keep that into consideration. I could be switching into Garchomp, but I've been fearing, you know, my opponent catching me off guard with that because Garchomp's so essential in this matchup, so that's why I haven't been switching out. I think next turn I'm definitely going to want to switch out into it, though. Yeah. And I actually don't want to knock out his Arcanine. I would prefer for that to stay around, because I don't want to give him a free switch into Ninetales. So I'm going to switch Muk right now into Garchomp. And I still have the Trick Room option in the late game, which is good as well. Probably will want to consider that. He could switch Arcanine right now into Ninetales. That's the one thing I'm fearing. So I could just go for a Flamethrower onto Arcanine. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Snarl? No, I like Flamethrowing more. Yeah, I'm going to Flamethrower Arcanine, and I'm going to switch my Muk out into Chomp right now. The idea is I don't want to lose my Eviolite out. Oh, he actually does withdraw Arcanine. Does Ninetales come in? No, it's Feeny. Fine by me. Garchomp threatens that slot with the Z move. Although he could switch back out. So, a lot of mind games right now. This is a super solid game. I feel like my opponent's been out positioning me slightly. And Muk protects, that's fine. So I get a free switch and I reset the Intimidate on my Muk. So overall, a positive turn, I would say. And I get some chip damage onto Feeny, which is always great. The concern is he can reset Intimidate with his Arcanine in the back. And Hail's about to expire soon as well. At least my opponent did not set up an Aurora Veil. Like, that's one of the better things so far. I think Muk here definitely switches out. And if I were him, I would switch out into his Arcanine. Proc the Figi Berry on his Muk, which is good. So if he switches out into Arcanine, he'll intimidate my Chomp. Question is whether he Muddy Waters or not. I'm gonna Snarl here for sure. With the Intimidate, I don't think I'd knock him out with the Z move. So I could Snarl Protect. He also could switch out into... Snarl and... I'll Poison Jab Feeny. This could be bad. I might be taking a lot of damage this turn. Yep, Muk does withdraw. Probably into Arcanine. Yeah. So I'm okay with this, knowing that Arcanine can't do too much right now, and I think with Snarl, he shouldn't be able to knock out my Garchomp. Although, if he specs, which I anticipate him to be, this could be bad still. Let's see. Yeah, so... I don't miss Snarl, which is good. But I'm really afraid of the Moonblast plus Extreme Speed combination, because Arcanine probably has E-Speed. But he goes for Muddy Water, and Garchomp avoids it, so that's really fortunate. I figured he might have wanted to consider Muddy Water, and that's really good. Almost knocks out Arcanine there, and gets the accuracy drop, but that's fine. Hail stops here. Yeah, Garchomp avoiding that, definitely fortunate. So with that... I know there's a Ninetales in the back. I'm gonna switch into Porygon right now. Let's think. Yeah, I want to switch into Porygon. And... I think I want to protect here. Because I don't want to give him a free switch into Ninetales. So let's see what he does. Probably get a attack increase here. Yeah. I think if I could edit this team, since I'm probably expiring the team, so I won't be, but I'd consider... Okay, he protects Arcanine. Interesting. Fine by me. And he just Muddy Waters. Okay, that's okay. So he's at -1. Shouldn't do too much damage to Porygon. One reason why I did want to bring Porygon is because I could heal back. That's a crit. Yeah. Okay. So I know he has Ninetales in the back. But Muk doesn't threaten me offensively. So I honestly can just Trick Room here and Z-move into the Feeny because Poison Jab might not knock him out. So Arcanine switches out into Muk. That's fine. Conserving Intimidate, but I get Trick Room up. I could have Z-moved into Muk. And quite honestly, maybe I should have done that because I know Feeny's at -1 right now. So it can't knock me out. And I think he's specs based off the fact he's continuing to Muddy Water. But I'll still take this turn because I do get Trick Room up, and I think I can leverage that to my advantage because Muk plus Arcanine do no damage to my Garchomp. Although he could have Will-O-Wisp still on his Arcanine, but I'm assuming he's offense. I mean, we obviously saw Fire Z move and Protect, so I'm assuming Wild Charge Extreme Speed is the last two. And if that's the case, a Burn Muk plus Arcanine really can't touch this Chomp. However, if his Arcanine comes back in, then he will be able to at least get Intimidate up again, but that's fine. And if he brings in Ninetales, also fine. Because I'll be able to underspeed that with everything. Ninetales, or my Arcanine's kind of low right now. This is a really crazy game. Yeah, so he brings in his Ninetales, that's fine. Main concern is he could go for a Aurora Veil right now, which I think he will. And I'm at -1, so... I don't know if Poison Jab plus Tri-Attack can knock out Ninetales. I don't think it would. So I think I'll try attack Ninetales here, and I'll swap Chomp out into Arcanine to 1, get Intimidate, and 2, getting damage onto Ninetales means that Garchomp can come back in, and since I've got Trick Room up, he's going to be the slowest Pokemon. Although I really think he will go for an Aurora Veil here, so maybe I should have just attacked, but we'll see. He also could have just knocked off and Blizzarded. Ninetales protects, okay. Fine by me. Let's see what Muk goes for. Probably knockoff. But now Arcanine threatens the Arcanine. Sorry, Arcanine threatens the Ninetales slot as well. Yep, he just knocks off Porygon. But he is not doing very much damage right now with the burn, which is why I really wanted the burn. Muk's really annoying, but if you can burn it, at least it's a little bit easier to deal with. So that's good. Muk kind of has to target the Arcanine slot right now. I really want the chip damage onto Ninetales, so I will just try attack and Flamethrower. Because a Blizzard should have knocked me out even without Eviolite. And if he does target Porygon too with Muk, then I get the Flamethrower off and I just knock out Ninetales. So here's Jab. Yeah, okay, into Arcanine, that's fine. Single target Blizzard without EV-Light. Maybe this will do more than I'm expecting it to. Maybe I should have recovered. No, I can survive. And no freeze. Excellent. So that's super good. Because now I can bring in my Muk and I can Poison Jab the Ninetales slot and recover safely. Yeah. And even with Intimidate, he won't be able to do too much. One thing I have to watch out for is him potentially being able to stall out Trick Room, but I think I can outmanage that. So I'm going to recover here. And there are 2 more turns of Trick Room left, yeah. So I might even want to set it up twice in this game, if possible. Recover. Ninetales likely protects here. But I'll play it safe because his Muk can't do anything other than Jab Porygon. He switches out, okay. So that's fine because Arcanine gets knocked out here and I get Recover off. And once again, his Muk is still taking considerable hail damage and burn damage. Scary thing is I do have Chomp in the back, so I do have to watch out for that. But he has to protect Ninetales next turn, so I can double up into Muk, or I can just go for another Recover, which I probably will. So I think I have the tools to deal with this one because his Muk is burned. And yeah, Arcanine faints. I think it actually would have been a better play for Ninetales to have protected there. Ooh, but he taunts with Muk. I didn't see that one coming. That's cool. That should be fine, though. Just afraid of Ninetales being able to Blizzard solo through everything. Because Muk's on a timer right now, but did not see the taunt coming from Muk. That makes things trickier. However, Hail is going to expire soon as well. So he might have to hit a blind Blizzard or two. So Ninetales comes in. It's last turn of Trick Room. Can't recover here, which is frustrating. Blizzard shouldn't knock out Muk. I'm going to try attack Muk. The question is whether I want to protect here or not. Because I could switch into Chomp. I'm really afraid he calls that though and just attacks with Ninetales. So, switching to the Chomp is the better play here, but if I switch and he just Blizzards me, that's really bad, so I'm going to go for the safe Poison Jab play. But Ninetales does protect, okay. Let's see. How much does Tri-Attack here do as well? Decent amount. Could have doubled into Muk there. He's probably going to jab into Porygon. Yeah. But doesn't do too much. He crits me, actually. Ugh. That's actually really frustrating, because without that crit, I don't think he puts me in KO range. But I know Muk can survive a Blizzard right now. He's also so low. Trick Room expires. Okay. So that crit's frustrating because he could double up onto Muk, but I think I can survive a combination of attacks anyway, and I might be able to even survive a Blizzard from... Oh no, I don't have EV-Light, so probably not. I could protect Muk here, but given that Ninetales protected last turn, I think I will just jab. This is really coming down to the wire. He's just gonna Blizzard. Yep, hopefully no freeze. Okay, he Poison Jabs me. I should survive. Excellent, okay. No crit, please. So I will jab Ninetales. This is almost a 20-minute game. That's crazy. And I actually don't pick up the knockout there, but I knew that he either had to... Like, I knew I maybe could have survived a Blizzard, and if he doesn't knock that out, he would be in Shadow Sneak KO range anyway. So Ninetales goes down, Hail stops, and that should be game. But that was the longest game I think we've played on Road to Rank yet. Almost running out of my time, which is pretty nuts. But now I can just try attack and Shadow Sneak. The taunt on Muk definitely caught me off guard. That's a really cool move. We actually have seen Imprison Muk pop up recently. Paul Chua actually won Athens Regionals literally today with a version of Imprison on Muk, and it's a way to really shut down opposing Muk. So that was a super tense game, and that could have played out a lot differently if he switched into Feeny turn 1, but having Muk out on the field definitely put on some pressure. Guard Jump avoided a Muddy Water in the long run. I don't think that mattered too much. The crit onto Porygon is a little bit scary, but you can see how bulky Porygon is, even without Eviolite being able to take a Blizzard from Ninetales really, really well and surviving that Blizzard. But even if it had fainted there, since he didn't pick up the knockout onto my Muk and he didn't get a freeze, I could have just knocked out the Arcanine anyway, or the Ninetales anyway. But yeah, that was definitely a really, really close game, and a freeze from Blizzard honestly could have obviously changed very much, and that's why playing against Ninetales is always super scary, but fortunately not the case. We're going to find our second opponent here, rocking a team of Tapu Koko, Raichu, Porygon 2, Gigalith, Kartana, and Gyarados. This might have been the same 6 Pokemon that William Tansley used to get top 8 at London. I don't remember exactly, but it looks pretty similar to that composition. These comps are always really scary to play against because I can't necessarily go with the Trick Room route, and you want to go Trick Room when they have Koko Raichu. I think the way to go here is definitely leading Porygon because Tri Attack 2 shots Koko and Raichu, and Ice Beam 2 shots the Kartana. I don't think I'll want to set up Trick Room immediately. I can't really bring Ninetales, unfortunately, and so I like leading Muk here. In the back, Arcanine for Kartana is nice. Doesn't do much more than that. Feeney's pretty solid here, and Chomp. I'm going to lock in here. I don't like my matchup particularly. It's not the worst, but it's also not incredible. And that first game was such a doozy, so gotta just stay composed and keep on going. Really glad we pulled out with the win there. I feel like, there were definitely some plays where I was like kind of walking into obvious reads from my opponent, but for the most part, yeah, I could have afforded switch outs and didn't need to predict like the switches my opponent were making too much. One better play definitely could have been going for the Z move onto Muk instead of Koko predicting, or instead of Feeney predicting the Muk switch in. But yeah, we're gonna get Porygon 2 and Muk here. He's gonna lead Koko and Raichu. I think that's the attack increase from my opponent, or attack increase on Porygon 2, unfortunately. Yeah. So the scary thing about this lead is it puts on so much offensive pressure. For example, he could like double attack into Porygon, which I think I'd be okay with. But double electric is not fun to go up against. I don't really want to set up Trick Room here either, because he probably has Gigalith in the back, unfortunately. Running out of time here already, which is bad. I'm just try-attacking and poison jabbing here. I really don't know what he's going to want to do. Okay, he just fake outs, which is okay, because that means... I could have Trick Roomed here, though. Thunderbolt onto Muk. So, could have protected Muk there. Did not. Expecting him to read the Protect there on Muk. Tri-Attack probably still does 50% to Raichu, though. Maybe less, actually. Yeah, I'll be just under. Okay, that's frustrating. Once again, I really don't want to Trick Room here, even though it put me in such a good position. I feel like he's going to double up onto Porygon, because protecting Muk and Trick Rooming is so obvious. So I'm just going to try attack and hope once again that he predicts Muk to protect. He called me right correctly the first turn, though. Or she, excuse me. I do have Shadow Sneak on Muk, which is important, though, because Raichu might be in Sneak KO range after this turn. Okay, there's Thunderbolt onto Porygon, which is good. And Thunderbolt again onto Porygon. Nice. So I called it right here. I don't know if Poison Jab will knock out Koko, but it could be in KO range from a Shadow Sneak if it doesn't knock it out, and it doesn't knock it out. But yeah, I think Sneak will KO it. And try attack here. Yeah, it does a ton to Raichu as well. So that was a good turn, at least. There's a Kartana potentially in the back, which I'm worried about. I'm going to recover here. And sneak into... I want to do Raichu because I think it's more likely it doesn't protect, so I will do Raichu. Okay, he doesn't protect either. That's fine. Especially because he might Thunderbolt my Muk here. If not, we'll trade. If he Thunderbolts Porygon. He does Thunderbolt Muk, okay. Jeez, that does so much. I think that's got to be Choice Vexed. But I get Recover off, which is more important because Porygon can deal with what my opponent potentially has in the back pretty darn well. So let's see what comes in right now. It's his Porygon, that's fine. His download, it's an attack increase. It is frustrating though because I could have knocked out Koko. I think Gigalet's going to be my opponent's last one. So here, like, maybe I don't want to knock out Koko because he might set up Trick Room. Feeny wins against Porygon. I'm, like, hoping he predicts me to protect. His safe play is to just Shadow Sneak or just attack into Muk. I'm going to go for the knockoff here and try to Shadow Sneaking, though, especially if he switches out into Gigalith. Ooh, nice. Excellent. There's the Gigalith, too. Cool. So I called that. This is actually a big deal because removing Porygon's Eviolite is so helpful. He also sets up the sand so he could knock himself out. So that's why I didn't Shadow Sneak, because I felt like there was a possibility he might have switched out. And getting rid of Porygon's Eviolite in a mirror match is so important because you basically win the Porygon mirror. Ooh, and he goes for Toxic instead of going for a Trick Room, which is super nice. Maybe expecting me to Trick Room. But what this means is I can now double up safely into Porygon. I still have Garchomp in the back. And Koko will faint from sand damage pretty soon as well. He could withdraw his Porygon. His Porygon is actually faster than mine, which is something important to note. But I'd rather deny Trick Room right now. If you could recover, though, that's fine. Yeah, I think I will just Poison Jab and try attack that slot. He doesn't switch out, that's fine. Question is whether he recovers here or not. Oh, it looks like he's going for Trick Room, so Tri Attack should just knock him out. Yes, it does. Excellent. It's not over yet, though. He's going to Rock Slide here. Muk avoids it. It doesn't really matter since I faint from Sandstorm anyway. But, with Chomp and Feeny in the back, I feel good about my chances here. Especially because Koko actually just feints from Sandstorm in 2 turns. So it was really big he didn't go for Trick Room. Toxic was kind of surprising. That was a huge turn. Him switching out, me getting the knockoff, and being able to just knock out Porygon like that in 2 turns. I'm not really worried about the Toxic now. Feeny can come in safely, and we'll get the Misty terrain over the Electric terrain as well. So really good positioning right now. And I think I'm just going to try attack and Moonblast Koko, honestly. Because I have Z-Move, which just one-shots Garchomp, or one-shots Gigalith. So winning the Terrain War, that's big. And I'm not going to risk missing or anything, so I will just try attack and Moonblast, knowing that specs Koko. So his only way to win here is to discharge Para, Feeny. But then Garchomp protects anyway, so I think that game was 100% one in my favor because Koko takes the turn of Sandstorm damage. And then Garchomp comes in, Garchomp protects, also takes the Sandstorm damage. So, yeah, I'm really content about how that game played out. And it could have been really different, but the big play there, I really say the game-winning turn was when I was able to knock off the Eviolite from Porygon and Trick Room didn't go up. I think my opponent might have felt the pressure against my Porygon, so really just wanted to go for the Toxic, not expecting me to be able to, get the knockoff off, probably expecting the Shadow Sneak, and that was just so big because Trick Room was denied. I knew even if she did get Trick Room up, though, I'd have Trick Room on my Porygon, so I could have reversed it potentially, and it would have been difficult for my opponent to deal with the pressure of everything. But because Trick Room never went up there, because I was able to get rid of the Eviolite, Porygon just went down, and we do pick up 2 super solid wins in this one. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Really intense games, especially that first one, but pretty nicely kind of methodical, well-thought ones, and I'm pretty content about how I played that overall. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.